Right, they're back. We've got most of the crew identified. Their fates sorted. Joining me is Viola and Surratt in part 2 of this second session. Right.
Hello. So now it's a matter of who you want to identify next.
Yes.
Because we've got the means to identify everybody.
Have we done you? Yes, we've done you. We've done you. Okay, who don't we have?
I mean, I can name the Russians right now. Oh, we haven't identified the other steward yet.
Steward. Ah, yes. Samuel.
Yeah.
Let's find Samuel.
So, if you want to find Samuel, remember he's the second mate steward, so go to the drawing, the sketch, and focus on the mates, and look near them for people dressed like stewards.
Second. First. Unknown. Unknown.
Okay, so he is dressed like a steward, right?
Yeah.
And so is he. Okay, so we know those two are our stewards. We're just not sure which one is which because, well, they're kind of. I mean, we know that one of them was knifed by Saw, and the other one we don't know what happened to.
Shot by we don't know.
Shot by a gun with shot with a gun at some point in time.
Oh, he was the one who shot.
We can identify his attacker now, but we've still got two stewards that we don't. We're just not completely sure.
Yeah.
So if you want to, you go back to the execution scene, and you can find the steward that's actually close by Nichols, the second mate.
The one who.
And then we can identify both of them.
The one who pretty much started all this a mess. Right, Nichols, where are you?
Other side. He should be there should be a mate with somebody kind of whispering at him. And that should be Nichols.
That's Nichols. That must make him.
That must make him the
second steward. Which, by definition, by process elimination,
he is the ship's steward. Who was shot by a gun by an unknown attacker, and we can actually identify that attacker now.
He was.
It will take a little bit of deduction work.
He was shot by mistake, I believe, in the.
He was shot through a wall.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's the death that's kind of out in those little alleys. Yeah, he's the death and the thing is, he was going to die anyway because he was spiked by a beast. But that didn't kill him. He managed to crawl to safety.
Ah.
Or what he thought was safety, and as he was leaning up against the wall, a stray gunshot blasted him. And the thing is, it's going to be kind of difficult to tell exactly who it is because you have such a narrow view of the scene. But go to the other window to the right of here. You kind of look around, and you see the guy firing the.
Yeah.
You can't go examine who that is from here because you can't get into that room. But you can take a look at it, and you can make a pretty reasonable guess about who that dude is. He's bald, and he's handling a gun.
Bald and handling a gun.
Yep. So, I think I'll save you the time. It is him. It is Charles Miners, the one that shot him. And the way you do that is you go back about 2 scenes, 1 or 2 scenes, and you'll see him being tossed a gun and standing in about that spot.
Mm-hmm.
Charles.
That's how you solve his murder.
Okay, that's...
Starting to get a little bit full, isn't it?
Yep.
The ones that are saying unknown, we can look at those in a second. Because you kind of have to deduce what happened to them.
Yeah.
We can't solve... We cannot solve Philip Dahl, and we cannot solve the third mate.
Okay.
We do not have those notes.
A load of seamen we're missing.
Yep. 2 of them are the Russians.
And I swear, either Start... Actually, it'll be most likely Starter's going, that's what he said. I don't know where I'm going. We figured out you.
Also, one of the others we can clearly identify. If we go back to the scene where they were hauling off the captain steward, we can actually positively identify the guy there.
It was very busy on this deck.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
This is where all the things decided to attack.
A lot of death.
I believe it's going to be down on the cargo. All the way down on the bottom is where that guy got,
Yeah.
so to speak. Because remember, we had to hunt down his leg. Yeah.
The storm's getting worse. Don't care.
Keep pressure here.
Now, if you listen to the transcript of this scene, you'll hear, see that all's fine John been in worse spots, I think. Where's the rest of his leg? John is the guy on the ground. And he is clearly dressed as a seaman.
Oh, come on. Ow!
There we go.
Seaman.
He's a seaman named John.
John Naples, Welshman.
Yep. And he was stabbed, or killed with sword,
By ship steward, wasn't it?
by a first mate steward.
That's
Or a captain steward, sorry.
Captain Stewart. That's 45.
Captain Stewart.
We only have, I think, 13 left to solve. At least here. There are 2 deaths we can't solve while we're on the ship. Because we don't have an entire chapter to mess with. Is there anyone else here that isn't... Okay, that's the names.
You sorted.
That's...
You're sorted. Yeah, git.
You're only saying he's a git because he's the one that frustrated you.
Yes.
I love seeing the goddammit reaction from you, even in chat with that, too.
Yeah.
I believe there was a few cases where I got a capital goddamn it.
Yeah, but that one was special because I gave you the hint.
Yeah.
We're never getting in that door, by the way. Now, while we're on the ship.
Squished.
So we need, to solve two more real quick here. We would need to go back to the rowboat scene early in the bit to before all of them died. And before everybody starts getting dragged overboard.
Robots.
It'd be those three, I think. We could work our way back. I believe from her death, I believe we might be able to. We might be able to work our way backwards.
Right, you. Right.
Yep, we need to see him dying. Even though I think we already solved his death technically, I think seeing his death will lead to the others.
Right, you are there.
Okay, we're gonna need to see him. Gee, what's that next to him?
Getting dragged off and
Easier to see from the other side of the boat, actually. Notice he's got a satchel and a pipe is flying out of his mouth.
that is
Number 47.
47 drowned by Tail Beast.
Yep. And the other Russian is here with him. If you can find the other Russian.
Ah! Oh! Oh!
Now going backward helps you here because it's going to be able to positively identify. It's not him. He's not the other Russian.
That's Nichols.
Give us a weapon! Shoot it! Mike and I! Pick up the oars and row, you fools!
That's the other Russian. Yep. And now let's see who else in here we don't have, because I know there's at least one more name we don't have a solution for.
Got him.
That's him.
Got him.
That's Galligan before he was knifed. That's the guy we just solved.
Yeah. Got you.
So, we don't know who was speared, but there are two names here I believe we don't have. It's these two guys. Oh, not him. There are two names here we shouldn't have yet. Maybe he's already gone. Oh, the guy in... I think you go to the transcript for this scene. Dang it, where is it? No, not here.
Say further back, but
because this scene gives you another. One of these scenes gives you another name. Just scroll through the chapters a bit and get the transcripts. Just bring up the book and pull up chapters.
So cost your waste.
Go over one more.
O'Hannigan.
O'Hagan, you still breathing? Can you row? So a guy named O'Hagan is here.
O'Hagan?
Is a seaman.
Mhm.
Patrick O'Hagan, Irish.
And he's Irish.
Get up!
You packed our stores?
Aye, sir. Checked and loaded them myself.
That's one of the Russians.
Stay quiet and alert. If the wind picks up, we've no chance.
That's Galligan.
Shoot ya!
That's it being Saw.
That.
That should be the other Russian. So O'Hagan has to be that dude.
Yeah.
He's the only other dude here.
Yeah.
And we know what happens to him. He's the one that gets run through with a spear fairly soon.
Yep. 3 more, and that's chapter complete.
Mhm.
So we are slowly running out of people to identify.
Mhm. But that's a good thing, though.
Yes.
Well, kind of good, kind of bad.
Well, once we have all the identifications done, we can identify all the fates.
True.
Right.
Okay, so how many names do we have left without?
Okay, the third mate's fate is unknown.
We know who the third mate is, we just don't know what his fate is. Who
Yeah.
do we not know?
Uh,
What faces do we not have names for? So keep scrolling down, because if it has unknown, we know who they're we know who they are, we just don't know how they died.
let's see, we have Zhang, top man, China.
Xi Zhang from China, yes.
Seaman from
Hamado Delm from Sierra Leone, and Alexander Booth from England. Those are the only 3 faces we don't have names for.
Mhm.
So, you should clearly be able to tell who's who at this point. The dude right there, we don't know who he is. Over to the right just a little bit. But, we don't know who he is. The dude that was decapitated by a terrible beast,
Mhm.
he's one of the Chinese dudes that we were supposed to solve by shoes.
Oh, okay.
So I believe he's number 39.
he basically the last one.
Okay? The dude next to him is one of the 2 other people we don't know. He's either Alexander or he is Hamado. If you want to look at the other guy, because he's very close by in this picture, he's right there in the bottom left of the screen right now.
Hmm.
He is from Sierra Leone.
Oh.
You know this because he looks vaguely Asian.
Oh.
So that leaves him as the only other person we haven't solved. So now we have names for
Oh.
every face. We have positively identified every person in the book.
We need to go back to the Doom then. Okay.
So,
When does the
going
Doom...
back to the Doom, I'm trying to... Let's see, that doesn't help us. That part actually will help us a little bit. So if we want to go to his death, because we've already done something very similar to this. Other side of the... Yeah. Where the dude was clubbed to death. We need to examine all the people in the lifeboat. So we've got the purser, we've got Alexander,
Sure.
and we've got Nathan Peters.
You killed my brother. What? That was an accident. No ropes.
Who clubbed Lars Lind.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, shit.
Pay attention that they are getting on a ship. And remember those three names, Nathan Peters, Alexander Booth, and Duncan McKay. Or whoever the purser is. I think it's Duncan McKay.
Duncan
Yeah.
McKay.
Remember those three names. Now we need to jump forward a few... we need to jump forward one scene at a time until I see what I'm looking for.